Donald Trump says he's waging a two-front war against Hillary Clinton and now against top members of his own party. Trump went after House Speaker Paul Ryan, the highest-ranking elected Republican, after Ryan told GOP lawmakers he'd no longer defend Trump. In a series of tweets Tuesday, Trump called Ryan a weak and ineffective leader and said it is hard to do well when Paul Ryan and others give zero support. And he also seemed to threaten members of his party, writing, "Disloyal R's are far more difficult than crooked Hillary. They come at you from all sides. They don't know how to win. I will teach them." Eli Stokols is national politics reporter for Politico. He's with us from Politico headquarters in Arlington, Virginia. All right, so Eli, Donald Trump spent much of the primary season ridiculing his party's establishment. So what's the strategy in doing that now?
There's no strategy. I mean, we have come full circle, and this is really sort of his only move. This is what he does when he's attacked. He attacks back. But the problem is, we were sort of past the pretense, right, for both the establishment and Trump sort of pretending that they liked one another through sort of what was this arranged marriage after Trump became the nominee that really sort of held until really over the weekend when the video came out and the Republicans saw polling numbers in free fall, and a lot of them decided that they had to cut bait. And so really there's nothing left to lose for Donald Trump or for the Republicans because they're just trying to, do what they each have to do. This was a better strategy for Donald Trump. It worked pretty well during the primary, attacking the establishment, harnessing the anger of the grassroots at the party's establishment. But now with just 4 weeks left in this general election, it's not much of a strategy when it comes to doing anything other than, hardening his already hard base of support among the sort of, conservative grassroots and the sort of far right base that he has. This is not going to make any inroads with women, with undecided voters. But I think Trump's campaign recognizes now that their ability to do that is pretty much gone after this videotape. And so this is really the only move that they've got. And really, when Donald Trump said this morning that he has been unshackled, I mean, really, freedom, just another word for nothing left to lose. Donald Trump can sort of do this the last couple weeks, and be his most natural self, his most pugilistic, attack, talk about Bill Clinton's mistresses. And really, it's not going to help him make any inroads with swing voters, but, he wasn't making those anyway. The sort of, the last straw was the videotape, and this is sort of where he is now, backed into a corner and just fighting with just a month left to go.
Yeah, a scorched earth policy, as some have called it. Well, Eli, as you know, RNC Chairman Reince Priebus reiterated Monday that he'd stand with Donald Trump just hours after Paul Ryan said he'd no longer defend Trump. How do you explain the different approaches here from top Republicans?
Well, I mean, Paul Ryan is trying to help his caucus and give his House members some cover to do what they need to do in tough races that they thought, they would be able to sustain it if Donald Trump lost by 5. Now that he's losing by 10 or 11 points nationally, there are a lot of House members that are starting to get pretty nervous. And so Paul Ryan is trying to give them some political cover, basically to say, go do what you need to do. If you need to disavow Donald Trump in your district, that's just fine with me. And let's focus on preserving our House majority and telling voters that there's going to be a President Hillary Clinton. You're going to need a Republican-controlled House to serve as a check and balance against her. Reince Priebus's job is different because the party committee works much more closely with the presidential nominee. And really, he's not in a place where he is able to sort of just say, all right, forget it, every man for himself. He has to sort of at least put up this front, this sort of pretense of party unity, even though we can all see that that's all it is, a pretense, and that party unity is long gone on the Republican side.
Well, Eli, in what might be a preview of his campaign's tone in the final 4 weeks, Donald Trump targeted Hillary Clinton's health in a new ad. And here's a snippet of that for our viewers.
Hillary Clinton failed every single time as Secretary of State. Now she wants to be president. Hillary Clinton doesn't have the fortitude, strength, or stamina to lead in our world. She failed as Secretary of State. Don't let her fail us again.
All right, so we can see that ad playing to Trump's base, but what else might be the political calculus with this ad, Eli?
I mean, this is another kind of just, whatever, let's just do what we want to do. I mean, another Republican ad maker, Kurt Anderson, said today that that's the kind of ad you make late at night when you're kind of strung out in the editing suite, and you make it to sort of, as a joke. You don't actually put it on television. I think the Clinton campaign will be just fine if that's what Trump wants to put on television, because, yes, it may reinforce what his base already thinks, but to a lot of swing voters, a lot of undecided women, if there are any of them left at this point, that comes across as somewhat sexist, somewhat ageist, and just kind of, typical over the top rhetoric from Trump, who already has favorability ratings beneath 30% at this point. I think it says as much about Trump as it says about Clinton to undecided swing voters. And so I think that, again, this is just another data point at sort of, showing a campaign that at this point has just decided, like, we're going to do what we want. We're going to do it our way. And Donald Trump's really done that, or tried to do that, throughout the campaign. So, again, he's really come full circle here at the end. It's just not a winning strategy in a general election. But, again, his chances of winning at this point are pretty slim.
All right. Eli Stokols for us. Eli, thank you.
Thank you.